Kaizen is an ancient Japanese word for radical continuous improvement, and it is the basis for revolutionary concepts like total quality management and Sigma 6. It is also the theme of this persuasive speech. The current state of our educational system is antiquated and out of date. It is based on the ideas and concepts that were created over 200 years ago during the Industrial Revolution. The thought that some of these practices still dominate our classrooms today is mind-boggling. Today's students want and need a different style of education. The different style of education is crucial in order for them to be successful in today's and tomorrow's rapidly changing world. What our schools need is radical and continuous improvement. Our schools need Kaizen. So what is the one aspect of our schools that is radically and continually improving? The answer is career and technical education, or more commonly known as CTE. Simply put, CTE is the future of education. CTE provides a learning experience that should be modeled in every single classroom regardless of subject being taught. It is my belief that CTE should be a graduation requirement for all Arizona high school students. Career and technical education helps prepare them for lifelong success regardless of the post-secondary path they choose. Here's the main point. CTE provides a framework that equips students to be successful in the 21st century. It does this by giving students a purpose and a plan to success. And it strengthens our communities better than any other system currently out there. Framework, purpose, and community is what CTE provides for all students. Let's start with the framework. According to 21stcenturyskills.org, the 21st Century Educational Framework has 5 principles that include what a core class is, like math, science, language acquisition, to name a few. 21st century content that includes things like globalization, civil literacy, learning and thinking skills that teach our students how to critically think, information and communications technology skills that teach our students how to effectively apply and communicate through technology, and life skills. We're essentially teaching students how to be successful in all that they do. All of this is underlined and brought together by one thing: 21st century assessment. 21st century assessment is the foundation of a 21st century education and should include aspects of all 5 of those principles previously mentioned. Kaizen, radical and continuous improvement. CTE already uses this type of framework in all of its programs, and it is the type of forward thinking that will allow our high school students to be better prepared for success after high school. Here are some key stats that support why CTE should be a graduation requirement for all Arizona high school students. According to the Association for Career and Technical Education, on their About page, career and technical education does 3 things for high school students. Number 1, it reduces the number of student dropouts. Number 2, for those who participate in CTE, it increases graduation rates by 13%. And number 3, 91% of students who participate in CTE programs go on to enroll in college. That last statistic is super important because it demonstrates something special. It transcends the negative stigma that sometimes can be associated with CTE. It is evidence and proof that CTE works for every student who participates in it. CTE gives our students purpose. Why? In today's classroom, it is not unheard of for students to ask that very question. The asking of why has gone through a paradigm shift from being a disrespectful question in the classroom to one that is the root of every student's classroom experience. It is not meant to be rude or deliberately obtuse, but rather, today's students want to know why we are learning something and how it applies to their individual success. Kaizen, radical and continuous improvement. CTE does just that. CTE is based on real-world, hands-on application of its concepts, and according to the Arizona Department of Education's Blueprint for Instruction and Assessment, half of the student's time should be dedicated to planning and creation. In other words, let me show you how to do it, and now you go do it. The result is that this creates a classroom experience that fulfills both the why and the how for today's modern learner. The end result is that CTE students can not only critically think of solutions, they can critically create solutions. And again, this is why I believe that CTE should be a graduation requirement. CTE helps the community. Another common question you'll hear in high school is, what are your plans after graduation? Many students will have an answer to that question, but it has been my personal experience that if you dig a little deeper, a majority of these students are only repeating the words that were provided to them by a parent or counselor. In reality, many have no idea of what they want to do after high school, and they are scared to death of what comes next. This lack of direction has caused havoc financially for millions of Americans. According to a February 25, 2009 article in Forbes magazine by Zach Friedman, student debt has skyrocketed from $260 million in 2011 to $1.5 trillion in 2019. That is 11 zeros after that, folks, 11. Kaizen, radical and continuous improvement. This alone is reason enough to consider requiring every student to participate in a CTE program. CTE can strengthen our communities by equipping our students with skills that can better prepare them to contribute to society. Again, according to the ACTE website About page, career and technical education programs can reduce the cost of post-secondary education in a variety of ways. CTE skill development allows students to earn while they learn. In other words, they can have a well-paying job while they are attending college or a university. And if they choose the trade school route, they can earn a certificate or credential for a fraction of the cost compared to a university. Not to mention that over a quarter of the people who choose this route make more than the average college graduate. As I leave you today, please consider this. Career and technical education provides our students a balanced and meaningful educational experience, and it requires radical risk takers like you to be a part of it. CTE strengthens our communities, gives our students a purpose, and provides a framework that helps prepare our students for success in a globally connected 21st century world. Please consider joining the CTE revolution. It begins with you making the choice to make CTE a vital part of every Arizona student's high school experience. It would be a real shame for our students to miss out on this amazing educational opportunity. Kaizen, and have a good day.